coherent. You said you're Muslim. Give me a reason from the Quran as to why homosexuality is a sin. Because from what I can remember of reading of the Quran, it doesn't. It does not explicitly prohibit homosexuality.
Yeah, it does.
So can you give me the surah, please?
Okay, yeah,
I
I
would
can give you
love the
this.
surah, please.
Yeah.
You know, you all have. I'm being streamed on. I'm being streamed again. Thank you, Echo. Enjoy my live stream. So as I was saying, um, can you give me the surah? You know, you guys have some of the nicest words for the. You know, it's Bible verse in the Bible, but it's surah. It sounds really nice anyway. So can you give us the surah where it says that homosexuality specifically is a sin? We would
Yeah,
love to have
I'll
that.
bring you the verse. I'll bring you the verse.
Thank you so much. Hi. And in the meantime, whilst we are waiting on Hi to give us our surah, everybody, can we get the likes up to 10K, please? And can we share out the live as well, please? And also, hi, Echo. How are you? Thank you for streaming this lovely, beautiful religion and LGBT live on YouTube. Have a good time recording it. Thank you so much. Actually, it means he must. It means that they must be inside of here as well. Let's see if I recognize one of these accounts. Let's see. If not,
Okay, 26, chapter 26, verse 165 to 166.
can you read it? Can you read us the surah, please? When you're off the app, we can't hear you.
Why do you lust over men when you have wives?
Can't hear you. We have lots.
Yeah, the story of Lot, yeah.
Okay, so basically, the story of Lot is not about homosexuality. The story of Lot is about grape culture. Again, it says that why do you lust after men when you have women,
Wives.
wives
Wives.
and so forth, literally. Now, when we're looking at the people of Sodom and Gomorrah, their lust had become so much that they started graping each other, men, women. It was equal opportunities when it came to graping men. Sodom and homosexuality was not the reason why Sodom and Gomorrah was condemned. Hey, Brandon, how are you?
Okay, so are you saying the verse is saying why do you grape men? Why don't you grape your wives? Is that what the verse is saying? Or is it wait?
I'm saying that you're speaking directly from Lot right now.
No, that
You're
verse.
quoting
What's that verse
again.
saying?
Hi, thank you so much. You're quoting Lot as he's speaking. Now, Lot is a heterosexual man, so to speak. Can we agree on that? That Lot is heterosexual? Yes or no? Hi, hi, hi. When you're off the app, we can't hear you. Hello, Snake. I see you, Snake. Hi, hi, hi. When you're off the app, we can't hear you. Can you agree
Yeah.
can you agree that Head Lot was a heterosexual man?
Hmm?
Do we agree with each other that Lot was a heterosexual man? Yes or no?
He was a straight man, yes.
Good. Thank you so much. Now, when Lot is speaking, whether it's in the Bible or even in the Quran, not only is he sort of like witnessing something for God, but he's also reporting from his own sort of, natural bias. Whenever a news reporter is giving you news, some of them try to stay unbiased, some of them are biased, so to speak, depending on how they want to report the news. Now, nowhere in that particular surah in the story of Lot, whether it's in the Bible or in the Quran, does it specifically talk about homosexuality being the reason why be for the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah.
He says, why do you approach the
But
men
one second, please.
lustfully?
But really and truly, when we're looking at Lot's things through Lot's eyes, Lot again calls them transgressing people. You have to remember, this is the same man that offered two of his daughters to a very lustful mob when he had two angels who are gender neutral, by the way, in his home, and the townspeople wanted to grape the angels. So at the end of the day,
So
basically,
did Lot say, grape my daughters?
again,
Did he
one
say,
second,
grape my
please. Thank you
daughters?
so much. One moment, please. Thank you so much. Now, Lot's first instinct was to offer his two daughters up to the mob. I would
To get
never,
graped? To
again,
get graped?
huh?
To get graped? What
The
kind of
the
low
town
IQ?
the townspeople were outside Lot's house. They were
So he
knocking.
gave his daughters up to get raped instead.
He
Instead.
offered his two daughters to the mob.
To
This is
get raped?
okay.
To get raped?
Hi. Offered his two daughters to the mob.
To
This is
get raped?
okay.
To get raped?
Hi. Offered his two daughters to the mob.
To
This is
get raped?
okay.
To get raped?
Hi. offered his two daughters to the mob. This
To
is
get raped?
okay.
To get raped?
Hi. Offered his two daughters to the mob. This
To get
is
raped?
okay.
To get raped?
Hi. Bible and use them within their own religion without context as well. Next time you want to use a story from the Bible and recycle it in the Quran, please get it right. It's the same shit that you guys have when you're talking about Christ in the Quran. That apparently the Spirit of God blew into the sails of Mary's the JJ, so to speak, literally. That's literally what's written in the Quran about the immaculate conception of Christ. You don't believe he's the Son of God, but you do believe that he was immaculately conceived. Make it make sense, really and truly. But at the end of the day, basically, even Christians will know more than you about that particular story of Lot. If you're going to quote the story of Lot as being the reason why homosexuality is immoral, please get it right. I beg you. Nikami. Okay, I'm not even sure who this one is. Hey, King JC, how are you? I'm good, JC. I'm just tired. I'm good. I'm not even following you on this account. Sorry. Thank you for the heart me as well. Thank you for the heart me. Make it make sense. Why Jesus is God's son? Well, Brooklyn, I'm not Christian, so why don't you come up and tell me why Jesus is the Son of God?
And he's the Son of God, but when he was getting put on the cross, he asked what his Father, why is he condemned? So is he speaking to himself, about himself, condemning himself?
What's our names? Yeah.
Hmm? What's our what?
No, nothing.
I mean, I'm
mean-
not going to sit here and accept that any of the Abrahamic religions can claim any sense of objective morality, when in all three religions, especially Christianity and Islam, women are seen as nothing
Hey,
more
Damon.
but prizes and objects to basically play with. For example, when women pass away and go to heaven, their flowers constantly taken away constantly by men. They're gifted to men with linen sheets. But we're going to sit here and say that a man wants to fall in love with another man is suddenly forbidden, and it's less moral. Like I can't be bothered playing these games.
No, it literally is one of those things. Either way you put it, it's never gonna be. It's weird whether you argue the science for trans people or you argue religion when it comes to gay people. It's always something or the other. There's always an excuse when it comes to Oh, I forgot. I already used. It's always an excuse when it comes to gay people. I mean, we've got some of the most leading edge scientists in the world that show us that sexuality is innate, that show us that basically you are born the way that you are. But still, it all boils down to Christianity, Islam, Judaism, when we're talking about the acceptance of gay men. And there's a reason why I didn't just say gay people or homosexuality, so forth. I said gay men in particular.
I think I respect Judaism, like the people who follow Judaism, because they no matter where they go, they don't try to push their beliefs into law. They're kind of like, they look at Christians and be like, we're not with them. Like, they kind of just do their own thing. They don't preach. You can go in a synagogue and ask your questions, and they'll give you their answers. And they're respectful. You go to a church, and you say, well, question things. They hate it, and you get kicked out. You get condemned to hell. This, that, and the next thing. But Brooklyn, you're saying it's about the truth, right? Where does sperm come from? You can't convert.
Yeah, that's because you can't convert. Okay, Brooklyn, convert what exactly?
Religion to religion. You can't jump from religion to religion. That's funny as well because you don't. In Surah 9, it literally says that polytheists are not acceptable within Islam and should be unalived. So you also go to Surah 12 as well, where it says, like, oh, they can pass through our land for 2 months. After the adjudication period is over, they will not escape the wrath or the punishment or judgment from Allah. That doesn't sound like peace to me. That doesn't sound like respect. Doesn't sound like
Hey,
any sort
Tim.
of understanding.
Hey, brother Timnus. We're doing a little bit of LGBT religion tonight, seeing as it is a Sunday night. Sunday night, let's get a little bit of LGBT church up in here because we already know that basically, even based upon your cuckoo religions, that basically they even accept homosexuality. They accept. There's a reason why I'm saying gay men. Can you wonder why I'm saying gay men? Because let's be honest here. Whether it says that. Whether it says that religion accepts homosexuality or not, we know what kind of homosexuality the general public seems to prefer. We prefer seeing two women than seeing two men. Which
Because
is,
one side is meant to be cleaner and more pure than the other.
I don't get how I really don't get that. How exactly is it better to see two
I
women?
mean, you know my view is just because the male genitalia makes me want to physically vomit.
That's for you, but that shouldn't. I shouldn't be. I shouldn't. That shouldn't affect my legislations and law and
Oh yeah,
society.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Kept this
Completely, yeah.
within society because you don't like male genitalia. As far as I'm concerned, if you don't have to like what I like, that's why we have a multitude of different flavors of ice cream. You like one thing, I like another thing. Thank you so much. I just find it hypocritical that society will favor two women being together, but when they look at two men, they have every kind of energy, all kinds of words for two men being together. Come on.
Where's all the religious fanatics?
I'm wondering because it's Sunday night, so I'm just wondering if there's some of them that are gonna
See,
be.
I respect Muslims because they actually are more educated 9 times out of 10 on their actual literature than Christians, and I respect that. Christians just get angry.
Oh, we have Gog. Gogs was here before, and he's bisexual, but he doesn't like the whole tea women and women's bathroom thing.
Ugh.
Hello, hey Gogs, how are you doing tonight?
I'm okay, not bad. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm just settling in.
I just find it interesting. Someone said something about Islam and about how you can't have two religions. But I was in a live the other day, and they were propagating the idea that Islam believes in Christianity and Jesus Christ, but they believe that Jesus Christ was a prophet of Muhammad, and that he was just, he was a scribe, if you like, but that Muhammad will judge. Muhammad is God and will judge Jesus. But I mean, I personally think that all religions are cuckoo.
Actually, I do agree.
I respect. I will, like, obviously. I think the freedom to practice religion and worship your religion is very important, but I am all for separating religion from law.
Exactly. I believe that, yes, separate religion from law because right now we're suffering under not just Islam but also Christian fascists. That's why we're seeing LGBT rights being repealed because apparently it's disgusting. Apparently we have some kind of agenda for you religious bigots who basically want to, again, gods, when you're not speaking, please go on mute. You've got really bad feedback. No offense.
I'm sorry, it's nothing. I don't have anything on. I've heard this before about feedback from my phone. There isn't anything I can do about it. I can disconnect if you like. I can disconnect or just disconnect if it's that bad. But there's nothing I can do about it. Do you want me to disconnect?
No, I don't think disconnecting is going to help. You're just going to have to go on mute when you're not speaking because right now you've got really bad.
Okay, I'll go on mute instead, okay?
No, when
I
you
don't.
are speaking, you come off mute, but obviously, just when you're not speaking, just because
Okay,
there's
I'll
really
go
really
on.
bad feedback.
Okay, I'll go on mute then. All right.
That's okay. Thank you. Welcome up, hey, Forbidden. Welcome up.
Hi.
Give me 1 second while I adjust the screen.
Hey, girl.
Just everybody, please
Hey.
be aware
Oh my god,
we're
I
being
am love. Oh
Hi,
my
please
beautiful.
everybody
goodness.
please be aware we're being
Yes.
streamed to YouTube by our by the guy that decided to take my deceased by the person that sorry by the person non-binary person that decided to take my deceased ex and try and have a panel of people try to claim that he's 15 years old in order to try and paint me as a P3. So Echo, hello. Anyways,
I just want to debate religion.
as do I. We're waiting for the
I just don't have the energy for any of this. Like, I've got enough shit going on. I just came up here.
It is what it is. What it is. It's called life. Hey, I don't know. It's not Amber. I'm not even sure. Hey, Amber. If I don't know. It's not Amber. I'm not even sure. Hey, Amber. If Amber is in here, I don't know. It's not Amber. I'm not even sure. Hey, Amber. If Amber is in here, I don't know. It's not Amber. I'm not even sure. Hey, Amber. If Amber is in here, I don't know. It's not Amber. I'm not even sure. Hey, Amber. If Amber is in here,
I'm nada.
so what do you disagree with?
I disagree with your ideology that huh?
So hold on. What do you disagree with?
What is your
Devout?
age again?
31.
Okay, so Devout, what do you disagree with?
I disagree. God did not make us gay.
Wait,
Can you
wait,
prove
hold
that?
on.
1 second. Can you prove that, please?
Yes, because due to the fact that we choose after we're born.
Hold on. So can you tell me? Okay, so when did? So are you so Devout? Are you gay, bi, or straight?
Oh, I'm gay.
So when did you choose to be gay?
When I found out that your GoFundMe is against your immigration policy.
Oh Lord in heaven have mercy. Are you for real? Goodbye. this is for real. Wow. Thank you, Echo and Anti Water for spreading the
I'm
rumor.
sorry. I knew something was.
I knew something was fishy as well. It's just like wow.
We
No,
have,
hey,
we have
no,
Claire.
hey Claire. No, but yeah, I need to say this quickly. Thank you, Echo and Anti Water, for spreading the rumor that apparently I'm a refugee and I receive refugee and welfare checks. Not true, but keep reaching.
Yes. Why don't you let forbidden called forbidden fruit? Let her join and see
She's
what
She's
she
below
has
you.
to say.
She's below you, my guy.
She's on the back.
She's
Hey
below
Claire.
you. Don't worry.
Hey
Oh,
Claire.
she's already there. Sorry. I'm sorry
Wait.
about that.
So Claire, how old are you?
No, Claire's not fine. It's fine. She's fine.
I'm really, really old, like proper ancient.
Oh, did you
Um,
pre-order? Wait, did you pre-order the Bible?
I'm literally reaching the mark, to be fair. And this beautiful human being that is hosting has known me for quite some time now. My
Oh,
gorgeous,
yeah, man.
my
Yeah.
gorgeous. Yeah, it's been a bit now, hasn't it?
It's nice
Mm-hmm.
to meet you.
And yeah, I would have pre-ordered, but it's we pre-order, we read, and we go, ah, nah, not me. And then we move on to other books and different subjects. Do we not?
Mm-hmm.
That is what we be doing.
Right
Um,
now, the comments are coming for you, Claire. They're saying that you're in a book.
Oh, let them
Book club with
comment.
Jesus. Oh God.
Oh man,
Oh,
well.
sweet Pete, like, darling, my middle son. It was his 18th birthday this week.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, my middle boy is, well, he likes to think he's a grown up. But we've been talking for so long that I know you know my boys, and the way I speak about my children and my husband and so on and so forth. But yeah, my middle one, he turned 18 on Tuesday.
Oh wow. Okay. Happy
That's
happy
weird.
birthday.
See, because
Like,
my mum has 3 kids. Like, I'm the oldest. I'm 24. My brother's just turned 19 last month, and my younger sister is about to turn 12.
yeah, so my eldest will be 28 this year. My middle one, as I just said, turned 18 on Tuesday. We had a bit of a, party and stuff at the weekend. All I'm going to say is I'm really thankful that I've got a carpet cleaner.
BBM, how old are you?
28.
Bro,
Again,
what?
how old are
No,
you?
I wouldn't chance it, Elijah. That
28.
How old are you?
28.
And year and month.
I told you 28.
Yeah, what year were you born in the month as well, please?
Come on, dude.
If the host asks you that question, they have every right to do so. You should
1996, all right?
about answering.
April
Okay,
1996.
okay, fine.
Thank you
we're
so
only
much.
doing it to protect the life. Like,
So
we're not.
BBM, are you Muslim, Christian, or neither?
Salam alaikum.
What do you disagree with? I'm not buying
I don't know. I can't see the prompt.
Oh, fuck off, you cunt.
I think it's the same
But
thing.
I'm not really in the mood for that. So, yeah, bye. Braden, how old are you, please, Braden? Braden, how old are you?
30, 1995, January.
Are you Muslim, Christian, or neither?
Christian.
And what do you disagree with?
Hold on, let me read it real quick. Will not accept gay men. Homosexuality has always been accepted?
Yes, it has.
There's not a single verse in the Bible.
No, it wasn't a question. I meant in what era, like in the Christian faith, or
Both.
like in
In Christianity, in Islam, it's accepted everywhere.
Could you give me
Wait,
tell
let me
me
take this.
where or when or some like? Because I'm
Okay,
not
did you know that King? Well, okay, let's start with
One second,
King.
one second. What did you say, Braden?
Sorry, I didn't know it was accepted. Could you tell me where it was accepted, or?
It's always
I'll
been
be right
accepted.
back,
So can you tell me?
I can give you an example.
One second, please. Can you tell me when it wasn't accepted, please?
I mean, I know it's always been taboo in the most recent, like 300 years. I know there's been homosexuality in Greek times back in the day, even Sodom and Gomorrah times. But what do you call it? God smote them, right?
No,
No.
not because of homosexuality, because of grave culture. So again, please tell me where in the Bible it says that homosexuality is wrong.
I mean, I can't give you the verse. It was just something instilled in Christians.
Do you think that that's something that's been just taught over time through modern culture?
I mean, I haven't really.
Okay, so I can give you an example of a big character within the Bible who got married in a homosexual way. It was King
Yeah,
David.
go ahead, please.
King David and Jonathan.
They didn't get married though.
They did. I spoke to Fluff. Fluff said, I actually got this from Fluff. They did actually get married.
Where does it say that?
When like they're bonding of the souls came
No,
together.
no,
That's
again,
that's a common phrase that's used there when people get married.
Again, okay, we need to be very careful about trying to misinterpreting the language of the Bible, because again, when it says that the soul was knit the soul was knit to one another, it's not referencing in the physical earthly marriage sense. It could reference a spiritual union, but it's not referencing, let's say, earthly marriage. It's more or less of the case that they loved each other in a sense like they would have taken each other like husband and husband. Remembering the fact that again, Old Testament language is quite figurative as well as literal. So unless there's actual proof to back up the fact that King David was actually in a marriage relationship, it's a big leap to go.
I mean, there's also like the whole thing with when it says don't sleep with man, you would the same as a woman. It's just saying that don't sleep with.
Okay, so Misfit, what we're trying to say here is that within the Bible, okay, you've got the Old Testament and you've got the New Testament.
I know, I've read both.
So have I, Mad. I'm not taking anything away from you and trying to diminish your intellect in any way whatsoever. But within that, the Old Testament is heavy. Okay, it is really heavy. To the degree of what is expected and how people should be behaving. And then we then move on to the New Testaments of the New Bible, which all people, to a degree, now within the world live by. Whether we agree with that or disagree with that, we know what is right and wrong.
No, but at the same time, when we look, sorry to cut anybody off, but just quickly, when we're looking at the Old Testament, the problem with the Old Testament are the mistranslations, the ambiguity of the words. For instance, Genesis, the God made the world in 7 days. It wasn't actually 7 days. It's figurative as well. And again, when we're looking at the language, if we go to 1 Samuel 18, verse 1 to 4, and it talks about the knitting of the swords of Jonathan and David, that doesn't necessarily mean particularly, what's it called? That they were, you know, in olden days, they used to call it hand fasting when you would marry somebody and you would have a union of the souls. So in a sense, you could actually look at it like that, but their souls.
That's Celtic. That's more Celtic, though. Hand fasting is
exactly. But the point that I'm trying to make is the fact that interpretation matters, and this is the problem with this is the erroneous problem of the Bible, is that there's a multitude of different interpretations based upon that. So I'm glad that you're bringing this up, because it's the same way we have this problem with what was the word? Feet in the Bible. Feet in the Bible is a euphemism in the Aramaic language for men's genitalia. And because of that euphemism, we don't know whether Jesus was actually washing the feet of Peter or something else on Peter's body. That's the point. And again, I'm glad that you brought up the fact that you just talked about the knitting of the swords, which is actually
crazy.
Which is actually seen in 1 Samuel 18, verse 1 to 4. And Misfit is correct. But I always understood that to mean the union of two souls as they were making love, if you get what I mean. So I didn't know it means that they could be married, which is another interpretation as well.
I mean,
Romans 1, verse 26 and 27 condemns homosexuality.
okay, is that where it says don't sleep with a woman you with a man, or
No, it doesn't.
Romans 1:26. 1 second, please. Romans 1:26. You're referencing how men and women should be within relationships. It doesn't say anything about homosexuality at all.
No,
correct.
it talks about unnatural relations.
Hold on. That's
hold on a second. It's talking about. Can you tell me what the penalty would be then?
God's wrath.
Okay, so I rebuttal Romans 1:26 and 27. If the penalty for homosexuality is God's wrath, going right back to what Misfit said earlier, go to 1 Samuel 18, verse 1 to 4. So tell me what the punishment for King David was for being in a homosexual relationship with Prince Jonathan.
Sorry. What was that verse again?
Thank you for reading. So 1 Samuel 18, verse 1 to 4. 1 Samuel 18, verse 1 to 4.
Verse 1 to 4.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for bidding for the gifts.
I just want to also say that when it says don't lay with a woman.
It doesn't say anything about them being homosexual.
Well, I wanted to. I'm only giving y'all that because I got money for that live, so only fair that it should go to y'all as well.
It doesn't say anything about them being homosexuals.
Okay, so hold on. So do you know how when it says hold on? Do you know when it says don't lay with man, you're with a woman? That's because have you not noticed how men have significantly more value than women?
Sorry,
so
say that again?
when you lay with a woman, because women are nothing but objects to men in the Bible, right? So men have to be treated with more respect, especially when it comes to. Okay, so we can go to 1 Timothy, where women are not even. Wait, hold on. First, hold on.
Women are not objects in the Bible.
Let him speak, please.
Yeah.
So, right. So if they're not objects and seen as equals, why they have to stay? Why do they have to stay silent within churches, and when they have to, they're not allowed to preach their religion. They're not allowed to speak without man's permission or their husband's permission.
Hold on again. But this is
That's
also
besides the point, though. We're talking about homosexuality.
Wow, hold on a second, Misfit, you just got reported. Oh wow, everybody, I'm gonna restart. There's a guest violation.